Hello, everyone. Let me just get the video up. Right. Glad I've dealt the volume first up because that would have been interesting. Must have been video editing. Hey. I go, hello, D. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Took a few minutes, but we're now in. Right, so tonight we've got some more wonderful new rice papers using the new technique. So after last week's maybe a little bit of a devo for mum because I kind of printed the frogs on the wrong material, some of the ones, and then some of them on the right ones. Anyway, and then I used the wrong ones in the class and the right ones in something else. It was a big to-do last week in the back end scenario. So yeah, hello Diane and Raquel. So this week we're gonna try and use the correct stuff, and we're one step closer to doing that because mum printed them this week. Not me. Crucial step. So we got lots of different ones here. I do have my R's already set on a bird. Not this one. Oh, I was thinking him. I like him. I wasn't thinking these ones here, they're a little bit darker, but I was thinking either this one with the lots of green in him or this one here. What I like about this one, see how the tree bit comes in here? We have like a lot of opportunities to place a lot more collage where I think this one in particular, it's quite framed. So I'd have to do a bit of work there. But I'm thinking about going for this bird. But let's just have a look at the other products as well. So we've got them in circles. So we've got the circle punch, just card fronts at the ready. We got a tag sheet of birdies. Look at them. So cute. And then we got card fronts. I know all of you aren't bird fans. I get that. I personally am a bird fan. I'm not particularly a dog fan though. I will say that, and that's the end of the controversy. Whatever. CONTROV something. ERSIL. There we go. And then those ones are the ATCs. See, I can spell things, just can't pronounce them. Oh, hello, Di and Pam. Right, so I hope this has gone over to YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. Last week's video, apparently YouTube was very, very behind. So much so that it didn't end correctly. So I'm so sorry for anyone who was watching over on YouTube last week's video. I have gone in now and fixed it. I don't know particularly what happened. But here we are. So, like I was saying, with this birdie here, we have like a lot more opportunity. So we can actually come in, and just to give you an idea of where he's currently sitting. So if we come in and do this here, we've got all of this top bit that we can actually come in and slide over here. But also we've got the opportunity that we can come and cut this wood around here and add in a piece of chipboard like that. And then work our way from there and like brighten it up a little bit by painting this window a light like a white color or a light beigey color, and then coming in and kind of sandglassing the windows, the inside the windows with some watercolor and then some glossy accents over tops, really texturizing it. I know, I thought about this too. I swam this afternoon after seeing the rice paper. So I've had like a full hour swim fantasizing about this rice paper. I'm sorry if any of you wanted to use the other ones. Probably wasn't going to happen. Just as a heads up. I'm sure all of you would understand once you've seen like a piece of paper that you love desperately and need 100%. That this is what happens. And then we could really extend the swarm of our butterflies in, but also have some comical arrows that are with that light orange color, and just come in and make it nice and bright, and then have a few words sitting there as well. And with our branch in there, it's just coming in and even having some random pieces like a hammer. Realize it's not 100% nature, but look how cute it is. So yes, who feels like that's a good idea? We could come and lower him a bit more, but then we lose by us sitting it right on the border here of this bottom edge, right on the borders of our bottom and right hand side of the rice paper. We get a lot more rice paper to work with from the top to put over here, and then we can come in and blend a little bit and get out our pens and do some free cursive. We'll get the stencils out and do some model and paste. But yeah, so let's just come in and remove our butterflies. And I think what I'm going to do is when I stick this down, I'm going to actually cut the panel here. I'm going to pre-cut this panel. So then before I stick it, so when I stick it down, I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to actually stick a palette knife underneath. So then I can come in and I can slide in some collage if I want. If not, we just put a bit more extra glue on there with the palette knife and all is good and well. So let's just set our rice paper up there. Get ourselves right on that border. We might actually come and do the bottom first, I think, and then we'll end this side, and then we'll do the top bit. So let's just move our art journal out of the way. Put our water tub. We also are working on a paper pad from Mum because my one officially died over the week because I did like a little bit of a pan pastel experiment, and I got it everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Yeah, 5 minutes before class, trying to clean up your desk. I do not suggest. Now, where is that paintbrush? There it is. So let's just come in. You can't really see that water tub. It's just a bit bumpy. Come in with our round paintbrush. This is not the ideal one. It's a little bit too small. Let's grab out our bigger one. So, no, that's not the right one. It's this one here. Sorry. Right. Right, it's this paintbrush here, the one that we're looking for. And then just come in and tear it. We could realistically do both sides together at the moment. The weather is that cold here. It is ridiculous. And there we go.
How you going?
Pretty good.
Are you using a big one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come and use a big one. I did explain about the doggins too.
What about them?
That I may have used.
No, it was frogs.
Well, the frogs, yeah, the frogs. Not the dogs. Frogs.
You know, what's the card fronts on rice paper between friends?
Exactly that. Exactly the way I'm feeling. The birds are very cute. So let's just come in, feather this bad boy out. Ooh, yeah. Now that we've done all of our edges at the top, let's come in and then so it's right on that bottom there. And just wet that edge. Woo! So we've got him, so then he sits right up the top. Then we're going to come in, just remove this white little margin here as well. Right. Man. So we've got a little bit of that there, and we can come and blend out with color, I think. And then let's just come in and do our cutting. Spit. We'll cut a little bit into the flower, but not too much. So as you can see, nice and right there. So we've got that gap. And we might come in and do a little bit of colour down first and then put our rice paper down and then a little bit of colour over top. Can I have a tissue, Dad, please? My hay fever has now set off. And is in full swing. Also, as you can see, our spine work from last week worked because we got no spine damage this week. It's amazing when things work out. It's a bit of a happy day. Can you just talk?
She's currently indisposed. Oh, that looks pretty. What are you going to do with that? She can't answer me. She's off over there. I'm just holding up the products that you're possibly going to use until you return, Naomi. Put on the spot by hay fever, I am. Hey. Alrighty.
That's just all stuff she stole.
What's her pair of pliers? That is never going to be used with them butterflies. Seriously.
You never know.
Butterfly pliers. Stuff she wanted. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got you in trouble now.
Yep. Thanks, Dad.
No worries. Do it any day.
Super reliable. Right, so what we might come and do, let's grab out a wet paint, a white paint. Not wet. Of course it's going to be wet. Thanks. And then let's grab out our watercolours. What? I'm actually just going to put a little bit of white paint down there on the lid. I'm going to have this for reference here. So let's come in with our boggy paintbrush. This is more of a blodgy type one because it's got a round tip and it's nice and flat. And let's add, I think, a bit of this lime here. We're just going to come in and add white paint in with our watercolor. Try and get it nice and light in there. it and adding the white paint in. And then let's come in a bit more of that green. Just so then you guys can see it a bit more. I'm adding it a lot as we go, because our rice paper is kind of a bit more of a darker pattern, yes, but we are going to lighten it as we go with our collage that we've chosen. Just splodging in and getting some flecks. Coming in.
Or does he borrow do it from Ivy? Is he doing it to us from Ivy? So.
And then we add some orange. In there. Add a little bit of orange. Up here. A little bit of orange there. And then there we go. That one there. So I think painted enough. So what we're going to come and do is we're now going to come and stick down our rice paper, remembering to slide in our palette knife here, just so that it sits in and stops it from sticking. So let's come in with our gel medium. A fair amount of it. There we go. Just come in. Scraping that one down. And adding a teensy bit of glue over here as well. I do have wet white paint down, so it should be enough, but just in case it isn't, just adding a little bit of glue, continuing to mix it up a little bit. It was just so that we weren't starting to join the rice papers together completely blank. Okay, I'm just going to sit that one down there. I'm not going to come put glue over top of that bit, but I am going to come and do it just to the end that goes over the spine here. Just come in and stick this piece down as well. So a bit of glue over top of this one, top of that edge there. And on top of this edge here. Just because we want to make sure we've got that nice and stuck down. There we go. And then what we might come and do is just with a little bit of our white. Might come and blend out this edge a little bit. And then come blend out this edge a little bit. There we go. And because we added that watercolor down already, it really blends into the colors we want. Whereas over here, where I'm adding the white down here, it's just pure white. So what we might actually come and do, just come and grab a bit of that wet green watercolor and put it on top of the white. So then I can just come in and mix it as I blend it. So then it matches this color up here a bit more. Doesn't stand out so much, like a sore thumb. Right, there we go. Yeah, we've got our palette knife there still. It's a very important feature at the moment. Oh dear, I've smudged something. Had a bit of rice paper. Get a bit mangled. That's okay. All part of the layering. Right, so let's come in now and just do a test. So we've got him there. And then we've got butterfly there. And let's just come in. I'm trying not to go too close to spine after all of that trouble we went through last week. And then there we are. Oh, hello, Karis. So we could also put like a yaya there, I guess. And we could color that orange as well to match our arrows. And then there we go. What are we thinking? I was thinking the word sheet, but I don't think we will need them actually. Because what we could come and do with our stencil that has like the block stencil letters in it, we could just come and do some random letters in this darker green tone in some of these lighter shade areas here, and then have our bright bit stuck on top, like the orange that we're gonna paint orange, and then like the orange arrows, and we're gonna do our frame here white, this one, the window. I don't know what color we'll do the berries yet. We could do them like a light green maybe. Okay, so let's come in and we might do the orange with the paint pen, the white, we've got the paint there. I don't know what color we're doing the berries bushes, so if you've got a suggestion, great. And we definitely need to get that stencil out. So stencils are over there.
Getting a stencil.
Yeah, and I also need the paint pens. Did we bring the paint pens home? Excellent. Could I have both, please?
Lucky Mum brought all our art supplies home.
Yes, Lucky Mum did bring all yours. Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Let me lift it up while Mum just gets us our things, because I was really organised. It's also very much a lie. As anyone would know
That
about
looks lovely.
the 5-second setups we do. Well, thank you. Okay, so I'm thinking the orange for the paint pens because it'll be really easy for the arrows then. But I do have a few different oranges. I've got the plain olds. I've got the neon. There's also this fleshy color that kind of matches our
Pastel orange, it's called.
Oh, pastel orange. It kind of matches our flowers a little bit. And then, well, we've got a thicker one of that. And then the stencil that I'm talking about is, let me just grab it out real quickly. Sorry, I'm digging through my stencils. Trying to find it. Here it is. This one. This one here. This is the one I was thinking of. The block letters. See? And if we do it in that dark green tone, and I've actually got a paint in that colour. So there's a sponge. And this is like the paint that I've kind of got in that colour there. So it's like a flashing orange green. So let's come in and paint all of our different items. And we might actually just remove our butterflies as well, because like they're going to be the last thing that we stick on our collage. So that's the orange pile. This is the I don't knows, and this is the white one. And we're just going to stick that one back in there to make sure it stays up. And we're going to put it off to one side where you guys can't see it just for the moment. So we got room to work. Because I'm running out of room. So let's grab out our palette that's got the white paint on it. come in and paint the white. I'm just using a medium to small brush, just a generic one from the Montmartre set. A few brandings ago. Well, this might have been one that I stole from Mum. I don't know. Oh. Didn't steal. I gave it a new home. It's just coming in and painting. White. And if you're worried about globby bits, you can just add some water to your paintbrush and it lets the paint slide a little bit more so you don't get globs in the gaps a bit. I do want it opaque as much as possible though.
Do you want medicine with that?
Yeah, at 6:30 I have a conference.
Did you have Panadol? And then just come in and do that. Sorry, I was just commenting on Amelia's thing. Amelia's currently not 100% well. Yay!
You just have to edit hold to 1%.
Okay, and then just come in. I promise we're nearly done painting this little frame a bit. Okay, so there is our
Can you hear that out here?
a little bit, but it's not
Oh, he's just composing a song with the violin and the piano. So
viola, Mum. Viola.
viola, because his fingers are too long for the violin.
Yeah, he built for piano. You got a suggestion? Anyone's got a suggestion for these branches here? That'd be great in color. Let's have a look at our oranges. So we've got plain, usual, well, neon. Well, he's nearly out of ink, so we might move the pastel orange off to the side. So neon's quite bright, but we were adding the orange into it for like a brighter hint to it. So I reckon we actually go for the neon on the arrows. And then if we come and do This one, we might do 2 coats of the paint pen on our arrows, just to make sure it's super opaque. And we don't really see any patchiness to it. Because currently our chipboard is a little bit patchy. I'll just lift up and I'll try and show you. It's not always clear with the neons on camera. Just because they reflect a little bit, but it's... Okay, you can kind of see here it's like really bright, but here it's a little bit darker. It's just got that patchiness to the colour. So I just want to come in and do that second coat. I would suggest leaving it about 10 minutes in between coats, just so then dries naturally, or you can get a heat tool. Just something, it means you don't get all these fluffy bits. I'm getting a little bit of fluff because, well, still very wet, but I'm okay with that. And then if we come and add a neon orange there, and a plain orange up here, and just pre-ink them a little bit. Can you do the berries like an orange? Oh, okay, right, I might have to search that. So we're just going to come in first and put a little bit of neon orange down on our yeah. Then let's put a little bit of the plain orange from the paint pens on. Gives it a few different tones and lift it up so you can see the difference in it. Now let me have a look at this berry brush that's just been suggested. Can you do orange berries like a... Okay, I want that. Okay, I see. So they've got like a limey green to olive green leaf, and then orange berries. We could do that. Yeah, we can do that. Let's come in. What we might actually do is we'll do these last. Let's just put out... I'm trying not to get too much paint on Mum's mat, because she will have to use this tomorrow, as I'm just borrowing it. Because I literally found out that I kind of ruined mine 5 minutes before class. Then let's just bring our art journal back over. Yeah, so we can remove that because the glue in there is dry. So we'll have to add more glue in there, obviously, when we come and stick that down. But let's just grab our stencil. And a sponge. Just come in And stencil down just a few letters. And then just kind of adding to the collage effect a little bit. And we can do 2 down here. So just kind of doing a bit of a Yui. Composition. Keeping it nice and diagonal. Could do a bit of like a Z or an N. And just come and rub a bit of green paint down the bottom. And rub a bit of green paint up the top. Just really get it in there a little bit. There we go. Again, let's just move that to one side because that's what it kind of looks like right now. And that green really did make it pop, I think. And then let's come in and paint. Our berry bushes. So let's grab this one. And we might add whites where we want white first. So we just come and add white to where we're going to put the orange down. And then we're just, so I've added white to all the areas where the berries are. Just adding white now to the tips of the leaves. It's just how we're going to paint our chipboard, but with multiple gradients. So we're just coming in and we're laying like the foundations for shadowing. So then what we're going to come and do So with our green, do the stem bit first and then come in, and where it meets the white, we're just going to lightly tap it a little bit. So we're going to come up here now. So again, where it meets the white, just lightly tap it so then it spreads into it. Okay, and then just continually going up. And if you accidentally get like a bit of green on one of the berries, you can just come and wipe it off with your finger with the same up and down technique until you remove it completely. Because the white paint will just, it's currently in like a resist mode. Because it's only partially dry, so you can wipe things off with it. So that there is our like leaves painted. Oh, does it? Mom? Can you just check the video on your phone and make sure the sound doesn't keep breaking up on your device? I'm just getting my IT department onto it.
What? Does the sound keep breaking up?
Oh yeah, Karis's. It could be the internet, but I just want to be sure.
It shouldn't be your phone.
No. It's just adding both types of orange into there. Well, hello, Bronny, by the way. Sorry if I didn't say hello earlier. Oh, Kara says it's right now. Might have just been the internet. But, you know.
Okay, well, I'll keep my phone with me. Let me know if I've got a...
Yeah. Though it's a bit crazy, the whole Microsoft Word thing that happened. Okay, there we go. One done. How's everyone like that? A bit multicolored, a bit detailed for us. Let's come and do the next one. And then we will be on to sticking down our collage. So come and do the same thing. Paint it white where you want it to be white. And where you want the berries to be. We're doing it where the berries are so then they really stand out with the orange. Okay, there we go. Now let's come and do our green. Okay, yeah. So we are technically doing this on like the back of the berry of the chipboard cut. Can tell because there's a bit of a burn where the blades were. Not that much. It's probably only noticeable because I work with the machines every day. But once you paint it, you can't see it. And that carbon isn't coming off. It's just a discoloration. Discoloration. Okay. So there's the green painted. Just come and do the orange now. Okay, there we go. Woo! Looks pretty good. And now, oops, just moving it around. Let's come in. Put our items down where we want them to go. And then so that's what it looks like without butterflies. Now let's come place our butterflies down. And then what do we think? Ready to stick down? Yeah, let's come and stick them down. So first I think we might deal with is the actual bit in this flap here. So what we're going to come do, just going to squeeze some gel medium out and then palette knife it in. This is kind of what you have to do if there's an air bubble. You've actually got to slice open your page after it dries and then come in and slide in glue. So this is what you'd have to do if you had an air bubble. But we've kind of done it intentionally tonight. So then we can stick these down here. So we're just going to move. I might put a bit of double glue. I am using my palette, my watercolor palette, as a bit of a paint palette tonight. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid getting too much paint on my mom's mat. Just temporary blurring it. Need to remember that. And then come in. Stick him down, yes. Okay, and then to make sure he's got enough glue, and glue all the way up to where he's stuck, yes. Come in. Stick down, and then just... Oh, no, that's white paint. No, 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 no. Glue. Really... get that down and in place. There we go. So let's put a bit of glue out now. A bit more. Go. And come and stick everything down. So with the arrows, they're a little bit thin. So I'm going to put gel medium where they're going to go. And then I'm just going to stick them down that way. Because if I try actually putting it on the back, I'm just going to make a really globby mess. And it won't actually end up looking nice. It'll just look like I've come in and I haven't really cared about how they were stuck down. And that's not true at all. This one here is a little bit detailed, so I'm going to try and get a little bit of glue on the back. And then get glue on the top. Well, on the page. Because this one here is going over multiple different levels, like it's going to be stuck to the chipboard and to the page. Got lots of extra glue in there. Oh no, that's white paint again. You'd think it'd be hard to make the same mistake twice. Turns out no. Okay, and then let's get rid of a bit more glue. To stick down first our butterfly. And then a yay word. Oh. Only problem with having the glue so close to the paint on the palette, you can potentially end up with it in the paint. Right, we do need a few more butterflies down. And then I think we might come do like our final bit of shading. So let's just come in. Bit of glue down, and then just plan out where our last few butterflies. I'm gonna go. So I am quite happy with that. And then, so let's just come in. stick those here. And we might choose a few more butterflies. We're just going to come and do some shading. Because now we've painted all the chipboard, we've got a lot of orange and green on there. But we just need a few more different tones of them. So if we just come in now. Where's our other paintbrush? There he is. We're going to start with the green. I'm just going to come and add it to like the base here and then water it out just a little bit, and we can even move it with our finger just a little bit. There we go. And come and do it to this edge here too. Okay, and then it's not sticking down properly there. Go, come on. Okay. And then we go. Now what we might do is we might come in with just a little bit of this orange. Okay. And now just come in a little bit of white. add in a lot of shading, a little bit dips here and there. And then add a few more white ones there. Just come and add okay. And I think we might be all good. I think we might be done. So let me just hold it up for you. So it's a little... Well, thank you so much over on YouTube. Thank you so much. Yeah, this video will be up to watch basically like 2 minutes afterwards from the beginning, after I finish the live. But yeah, so this is the art journal page for the day, or for the week. Look at that. So lots of little yummy moments in there. We just started with one rice paper and we built upon it with our collage. Thank you all for coming. Just a reminder, we got our weekly card making and scrapbooking classes this week. We also have our Friday night live on Friday, obviously. This weekend is the virtual retreat, so anyone who's coming to the Travelers Journal retreat, make sure you continue to check that group because the schedule will be out soon of when the classes will be and all the Zooms. And yeah, thank you for all coming. And this bundle will probably be up tomorrow morning, depending on how my laptop goes. It's having a few issues after the Microsoft thing, but it's kind of getting there. Anyway, moments, everyone's dealing with it. So thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful and a great week. Bye.